Ash here with my good friend and co-host Tim Bennett. I think he's still with us in Philly.
I'm here.
He's here. Okay. On set. Hey,
he
oh,
is.
you got Spike. Spike.
Look at, in honor of Cinco de Mayo, my 15-year-old Chihuahua, Spiky.
Hi, Spike. Spike. Oh my God, Tim, it's hysterical. Spike knew something was going on, and he had to be with you. Spike has to be, and Spike was raised by cats, by the way. Tim got him from a shelter, and he was in the cat room, and he acts like a cat. All right, so with us on set, we have Nectar Girls, Kara Kenny, who we have to say, full disclosure, Kara went to the fantastic Pomperog High.
Exactly.
You were a year or two behind us?
2 years behind you guys.
So you're younger.
Yeah, 2 years. You were in my brother's class.
And then we had, and your brother Kevin, and then we have Mitchell Merle from Milestone Brands in Texas, and he's with us with Dolce Vita tequila, but also there is a bourbon you guys make as well, which is a really cool thing. And Tim, I'll say one for you. We have agave chapstick, which I think is pretty cool.
Oh, wow.
And it's got the bottle on it too, so when you're doing your lips, you're like, boy, I better go out and buy tequila. I'm running low. So guys, welcome.
Oh,
So first, why don't you tell us the story of Nectar Girl?
sure. So Nectar Girl, actually the story is 3 guys walk into a bar. One of them is a real estate guy who knows every bartender. One of them is a creative director who knows every girl, and the other is a mixologist. And they all were like, why can't we have alcohol drinks that taste great but don't have all the fake stuff and sugar and high calories? And so it became a mission of Brian and Max to create Nectar Girl, which is only all natural fruit juice, fruit oils, and organic blue agave nectar. And we have 6 flavors to date. We have Top Shelf, which is what started it all. We have Ruby Red, Cucumber Mint, Moscow Mule, the Spicy Margarita, and Classic Mojito. We are alcohol.
Where do you distribute, and where is your distribution? Is it liquor stores or?
Both on-premise and off-premise.
Okay.
So in New York, if you are a mixer that doesn't have alcohol in it, then you can't be in the liquor store.
Correct.
But, Whole Foods or Fairway or
Really?
those. So on-premise as well as off-premise, we are available. And about $8.99, $7.99 per bottle, depending on the market. But all 6 flavors are only 69 calories as opposed to 300 something in a normal margarita. We are in the no judgment zone. We blend with all types of alcohol, but we do have our fondness for tequila. And
You have a favorite tequila.
we
apparently.
do. And in celebration of Cinco de Mayo and Cinco de Derby, we invited our friends from Dolce Vita to come on.
So Mitchell, Milestone Brands encompasses more obviously than just the Dolce Vita tequila, right?
That's correct.
Who are you?
So we represent Dolce Vita. We own Dolce Vita Organic Tequila.
Dulce.
Dulce, yeah, the sweet life. So we have Dolce Vita Organic Tequila. We have our Naraha Orange Liqueur, which is made in Mexico. And then we also have American-born bourbon, which I didn't bring here, but we also have 2 whiskeys on that, an apple and a peach, and we have a whole American-born moonshine line as well.
Moonshine has a higher alcohol content.
Does the White Lightning, which is the original, is 103 proof, and then we make an apple pie and a Dixie flavors on that, and those are 83 proof. But with our tequilas, with Dolce Vita, this is our 80 proof Blanco, and then we have 70 proof infused tequilas with our Blanco. So I have lime, pineapple, jalapeno, and grapefruit, and then we also have a whole 100 proof tequila line.
Now, before we do sampling and some delightful testing, a question for both of you actually, because my impression is it's a very difficult category to break into, to be noticed, to get shelf space in. So how hard is it to really move a really cool brand or product, and what's your lead time on some of this stuff? How many years to get the shelf space and to get the word of mouth going?
Alcohol is a little more of a challenge, but it also depends on what the spirit is. I mean, the nice thing about tequila, and I am a tequila head and a bourbon head, is that tequila is like the new Cosmo. It's like what everybody's going to. It's almost bespoke. But the differentiation factors of when you're in alcohol, like the fact that they are organic, really helps
Does that actually
the
help
cell.
with?
The same thing.
100%.
Yeah, and same thing with Nectar Girl. I mean, there's a lot of mixers out there, right? But who says that they are all natural fruit juice and fruit oil and organic blue agave nectar? There's not a lot of them out there. And the fact that they all taste great is the final thing. I mean, you could have a beautiful label and spend a lot of money on a bottle design, but if it's not good product, it's not going to work.
Tim joining us.
Tim.
No, so I have a quick question. So I'm in Philadelphia, as you know. And we have an awful lot of listeners. Particularly, our biggest market, believe it or not, is Texas.
Yeah, it's true. Most of our
And so, could I buy this in Philadelphia, or
Yeah.
do you guys have national distribution for these products?
Our distributor in Philadelphia is Halo, shout out. And then in Texas through Southern Glaciers, Texas, HEB, Central Market, Total Wines. We just are rolling out into Philly, so we'll hopefully be in Wegmans and the state stores by the end of the month, which is awesome. We'll be part of the cocktail celebration on the 19th of May, so come look for us. And you guys?
So with Mitchell, you're available in most states?
Yeah, we're pretty much throughout the country, and as Tim was saying, Texas is actually our biggest market. Our corporate,
Good call, Tim.
Our corporate headquarters in Austin. So we just had company wide. We just had our best month in our history.
So we're looking at a variety of tequila here. So your silver, is that your silver?
It's our Blanco.
Blanco.
Yep.
That's considered the most mixable with anything, right?
Yeah, I'd say in this country, the Blanco or the silver is the most popular. But the reposados and añejos, which we have as well,
Like they're sipping.
they're a little more sipping tequilas, but the reposado is used in cocktails as well.
Okay.
But they're gaining
It's a
traction.
browner. It's a darker.
Yeah, because the
tequila, right?
Blanco you could see is a clear liquid, and that's just bottled after distillation, whereas the reposado and the añejo is actually put in American white oak barrels.
Then you have flavored tequilas as
That's
well.
why Dulce Vita is doing something completely
I have
different.
not seen this before with
We're
No,
innovating.
I haven't either.
We're innovating the tequila space, quite frankly. And what we do is we take our Blanco tequila, which is 100% organic, 100% blue agave. And by the way, this one drinks like a $50 Blanco, which you can get in stores for anywhere from around $24.99 to $29.99, depending on which state and which part of the state. But we take our Blanco tequila and we naturally infuse it with real fruit. No artificial flavors. And so what we have is lime, grapefruit, and pineapple jalapeno. And you could see the fruit in there. So there's no artificial flavors, 100% real fruit, and it's low calorie, low carbs.
So from a use point of view, does a consumer buy, like, let's say I kind of am leaning towards a lime just because I love lime. Does that's it? That's the flavor. That's kind of like a tequila martini.
It's not a ready to drink cocktail. These are tequilas. They're just naturally infused tequila. So you get the agave coming through.
Okay.
But it's tequila. But like our lime is great. I mean, it's basically a margarita waiting to happen. This is also great with soda water and a fresh squeeze of lime for easy, simple cocktails. Or you
it's a
can mix it. It's perfect for Nectar Girl because they're both organic.
For Nectar Girl,
Yeah. They look good together too. So.
Well, congratulations on having one of your best months. We know this is a very difficult space, and what you're sourcing your agave. Do you actually own the plantation, or do you're really close with the supplier?
We're really close. We're from the highlands of Jalisco, Mexico, and we have about 4 or 5 organic agave growers that we source from. And they're very close, and the relationship is very deep.
I'm fascinated by it. Years ago, we interviewed a guy who it was the brand I think was Riazul, and they talk about how long it took to grow the crop, how many years it takes before you are starting to actually harvest the agave, and how the fields are maintained, and if you want to be organic and you want to be pure, that's on another whole level entirely. But you guys are completely, organic, all natural.
Yeah, just to be crystal clear and transparent, our Blanco, Repo, Añejo, our regular tequilas are 100% certified organic.
Wow.
And then our infusions are not certified organic. They're made with our organic Blanco, but the fruit's not certified.
Got it. Okay. Well, let's have a sample, guys. What would you like to try first?
Well, it is Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, I think we should mix up a cocktail with our Blanco and Nectar
Tim, I'll
Girls.
let you know how it tastes.
I'm so jealous. I do have to say, congratulations to whoever set up the desk. It's the best the set's ever looked when we've done a beverage tasting. It looks from where I'm sitting, it looks fantastic. So congratulations,
Tim. Kara and Mitchell came in like the experts that we know they are, and they had this thing propped before I could even say
Well, it looks
tequila.
fantastic, John. Wait till you see it. It looks great.
Now, a little warning: I'm going on a cycling trip later, so I'll
Make
drink.
yours a double.
There you go.
So make yours a double.
I'll be
So,
curious if the
how
guys-
long has Nectar Girl been available?
We were formed in 2014, and we just, as of the end of last year, started our national rollout with our partner U.S. Beverage out of
It's not a small partner.
Stanford. So
Not
we
a
are
small
very
partner.
excited.
So are we sampling now? Are you missing something?
We got to do cheers.
We got a cheers, Cinco de Mayo. So Tim, I don't know if Spike's still around, but Spikey, happy Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, he decided to take a walk. He wasn't all that excited.
But he was for a while. He always wants
He
to be
was.
near you when it happens. So
He's an old guy. Hey, so when you say it's 69 calories, so that's the part of Nectar Girl, right? That's not the shot of alcohol.
Yeah,
is it?
it's for 3 ounces of
Delicious.
mixer. It's
this is really good. And this is
Cheers.
what would you call this? This is your
Cheers.
it's a top shelf margarita.
top shelf. This is not like any margarita I've had. This is like not syrupy sweet. It's just sweet enough. It's delicious.
Yeah, and you
So
don't.
is this made with the lime? Is this the lime tequila and the Nectar Girl?
I think Mitchell
Use
used
the Blanco.
The Blanco.
Used the
Real
this-
traditional.
the Blanco. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make you guys a little pineapple jalapeno margarita with my pineapple jalapeno, if that's
Okay. Oh yes, please.
Wow.
Do you have any plans for Derby Day, sir?
Me?
Yeah. Or Cinco de Mayo?
Okay, my other half is a huge fan of horse racing.
We like to call it Margs versus Mint.
I call it Cinco de Mayo. I actually call it Tequila Christmas, but
It is tequila
now
Christmas.
it's the same days.
But
Can I be
Kentucky-
stupid and ask when the Derby is?
Saturday the 5th.
Yeah.
It's the same day as
so it's
Cinco
the
de Mayo.
same as Cinco de Mayo. Okay,
Yeah.
gosh, I should have known that. I'm sorry.
Well, this year it is.
Not always,
It,
not
it always
always.
falls on the first Saturday of May. I think it's the Kentucky Derby.
it
So
is.
there's a variance there. But this year
Wow.
it's Cinco de Derby, which I thought Kara was very funny
Go
with.
to Derby.
Hey, Mitchell, this is both of you.
Very good.
The Nectar Girl. Tim and I are I'm vouching for Tim. Tim, you'll have to have some of this later. But
I know you'll like it, John. And I love, the biggest issue, and I think Mitchell and Kara touched on it. One of the biggest issues people have with alcohol is how sweet the mixers are. And how if you go to get a drink at a bar or you're making something at home with those frozen stuff, it's got way too much sugar and it ends up just packing on unnecessary calories. And so I love the idea of Nectar Girl.
We are really excited. The response that we're getting from everybody has been tremendous.
you check it in the mic if you want.
Yeah,
I was
We're gonna do a
wait till
shake.
she
Go
starts
ahead.
Talking.
no, it's more fun when you hear the tap.
Well, it's Cinco de Mayo, Cinco week, so we got to shake something up.
So we're very excited about it all. And, we know that the next year is going to be an exciting ride. So
It's
especially when we
cool.
are part
Now,
of
I'm going to
this.
just say the following. If you are listening to this on our podcast feed, by all means visit the YouTube channel and observe what an excellent shake that was. It's bartender, trainer, like teacher level. I mean, it's
My first job out of college, I was a
and it's
bartender.
there was this slight rotation thing going on, and it's like
I'm not in college.
Mitchell, you're from Texas, right? You said you're from Texas? Mm-hmm.
Mitchell, you're from
No,
this company's based in
I'm a
Austin.
native New Yorker.
Oh, you
Our
are?
company's based in, not for nothing. I had to get that in there on the show. So this is our pineapple jalapeno margarita. It's made with Dulce Vita pineapple jalapeno and a little Naranja orange liqueur.
this is
and some
delicious.
fresh lime juice, and that's it.
So it was.
I know we could do some with Nectar Girl, but
That would actually be really good with the spice.
This was the jalapeno. Pineapple jalapeno.
Dulce Vita pineapple jalapeno, Naranja orange liqueur, and some fresh lime
My
juice.
God.
Smells yummy.
I wanted to ask about that Naranja. Is that something that you distribute as well?
Yeah, we own that everywhere outside of Mexico. So we just launched this pretty much last month. So it's brand new to the market.
And how do you say it? Naranja?
Naraha. So it's basically
Naraha.
orange.
Yeah, orange, right? That
I'm
sounds good.
not.
I'm going to tell you, they're both cocktails are fantastic because they're just you get the flavor, the distinct flavoring of the tequila in both, and the mixer. This is the Nectar Girl version,
shelf, right.
top shelf. Not too sweet. It's delicious.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay,
I hate you all.
I know.
wait up,
Well,
double fisted.
Now, in the honor of Derby Day and our what I call our homeland country cousins, we are going to show that we are non-alcoholic and agnostic.
If you're listening, by the way, I'm going to tell you to look for all the stuff we're talking about. And I'm not just blowing smoke up your behind on this one because this pineapple
Very
jalapeno
good.
Dulce Vita tequila has a really unique taste to it, and I think it's probably enhanced by the Naraha,
It definitely is.
which is the orange liqueur. Well, I'm not going to ask you the question I was going to ask about that, but
I'll just say on the Naraha, what I love about it, besides the cool green bottle, is that the juice is amazing. It's a sweet, just like an orange liqueur would be, but unlike most orange liqueurs, it's got a really bitter finish. So it's sweet and bitter, and when you mix it in cocktails, it creates that great balance.
and
It
that's
really
what I'm actually
elevates.
tasting. There's a really nice all the stuff you guys have done today. This is fantastic. All right, your next one is in honor of the Kentucky
So,
Derby.
in honor of
and
the Derby,
Kara,
and-
tell us where this came from.
This is bourbon from Litchfield Distillery in
Which is
Litchfield, Connecticut,
Connecticut.
which is where we all grew up in Litchfield County.
So
Where
Tim,
the
where's-
past is still present.
It's
past is still
always-
present in Connecticut.
So the lovely brothers, Baker brothers, Jack and David, opened up the distillery. They're doing extremely well. This is their single bourbon. Then they have a double barrel bourbon as well.
Are they considered a craft bourbon?
They are a craft. And what's interesting
And
is
craft is the definition by how many
small batch.
small batch, right?
So what's interesting is that they are completely what I call county centric. So they make their bourbon out of
Source
corn
their-
and rye from Lion Rock Farm in Sharon, Connecticut.
Wow.
And then after they do the distillation and they take it, the grains they bring back to the farm to feed the cows.
The cars aren't getting the bourbon though.
So made in
their
Connecticut.
Okay.
Sold,
Oh, we have
distilled,
Oh,
Jack
Jack on
we
the
have
line.
Jack on.
Yeah. Jack, welcome to the show. You're one of the owners of the Litchfield Bourbon, right?
Yep. And thanks for that introduction. Well done.
Thanks, Jack.
That's Kara. Well, she's a Connecticut gal. I'm a Connecticut guy. A little, but actually, I claim to be a New Yorker now because anybody who's lived in New York longer than I don't know what the time frame is, but now I'm a
we
New
all
Yorker.
7 years.
So congratulations on this. You're a small batch or a craft distillery, correct?
That's right. A very small batch. Our still is only 500 liters, and
Julep.
that's just pretty much as small as they get for anything that can produce quality spirits. Yep.
And how long have you guys been doing this?
We started distilling December 2014, so coming up on 3.5 years.
So it's kind of like Nectar Girl. The Nectar Girl's been out there since 2014, right, Kara? Mm-hmm. There you go.
Yep.
And is local sourcing? I hear Connecticut and I hear farming, and I'd hear a disconnect. I mean, I go to upstate New York frequently, and there's a lot of agrarian stuff in upstate New York, but I don't necessarily think of Connecticut as an agrarian or a farmer state.
Northwest Connecticut, is full of rolling hills, and we like to say one day we looked around our beautiful rolling hills and said, "Boy, I wish we could buy all this." So we did. It's very rural up here. We have some wonderful farms, and Connecticut grows great corn and rye. And the only thing that's just going over the line in New York is the barley, which is 5% of our mash. Connecticut doesn't have malt houses, and the barley has to be malted to get a certain enzyme to help in the conversion from starches to sugars. But we're working with some farmers and some new malters now to get the barley grown in Connecticut as well.
Oh, not bad.
great.
Excellent. Now, can I have a sample of this?
Yes.
Kara,
Do you guys have a tasting room in Litchfield?
Yes, they
we have
do.
one right here on set now.
I know, but I can't do that, John. I'm thinking next time I go to Connecticut, I want to go. I love bourbon. I want to go to the tasting room.
Yeah, we have a
Wow.
beautiful tasting room.
That
And we're
is,
open for tours and tastings, just like
So
kinda like
this-
visiting a winery.
That's what
So are you right in Litchfield?
Okay.
That's straight.
Yeah, if you know Litchfield at all, there's Litchfield proper, and then there's Bantam. We're about halfway in between on Route 202, right on the main route.
Well, I was going to say I spent many an evening at Beverly's on Bantam Lake.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were the days. Yeah, Beverly's is now
Wow.
a state lawn.
This is yours?
Yeah, I know. I heard. It's too bad.
Yeah.
That's wow. All right.
I'm tasting-
I'm sampling. Hey, Jack, I'm sorry. As Tim was talking to you about Bantam Lake, I've been sampling, and I'm like,
I just
wow.
got a Beverly's. I'm
So
afraid-
Kara gave me some of your bourbon made with Nectar Girl Moscow Mule,
Which is a bourbon smash.
Nice.
and then I had it straight, and then we also had Mitchell's bourbon,
American born.
American born, and so it was like, whoa, guys, I'm supposed to be athletic later
And
today.
if you really want to be classic,
I think your workout might
Derby-
consist of a
Yeah.
right to the steam room.
Exactly.
Steam it out.
That's like my workout.
But if you really want to take advantage of traditions on Derby Day, the pairing of the mojito and the bourbon to make the perfect mint julep.
Well, Jack, I love the label. I love the idea. Tim, if you're next time we're up in Connecticut, Tim, you and I should definitely try to do a tasting. And do you guys have your corporate headquarters are in Austin, but do you actually have a storefront in Austin?
Not yet. No.
And is it necessary?
A lot of bourbon companies, other distilleries will have at their distillery. They might have a little tasting room or a little tour. So we're working on that in Mexico, and then we're also working on that. And our American born is made in Nashville, Tennessee. So
It's a great spot for a tasting.
yeah,
Absolutely.
Hey, Jack, I want to thank you for joining us today. So it's Jack Baker.
Yep.
And the brand is Litchfield Distillery, and that's from our home state of Connecticut. Thank you, Kara, for nodding our head to the fine state of Connecticut, the Constitution State. you can
past
pick
is still
that up
present.
and then go to Mystic and see how far you get to the USS Constitution or the aquarium. All right, so Jack, thank you. Guys, we're running up against the clock, but let's review everything for our listeners. And if you're watching, this is one of the segments you do want to watch. So we have Nectar Girl. Has 5 flavors.
6 flavors.
6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There's 5 over there. But there are 6.
But the product's been faced very well, as Tim noticed. Available in most, like a
We're
Whole
rolling out
Foods.
nationally, but we are now available in Philadelphia, Texas, some parts of Tennessee, soon be Connecticut and New England and Nevada, hopefully. So you can always go online to our website and order it online as well.
That's what my next question was. Can you? Because this is super cool stuff. It's all natural,
Yes.
which means, and you're dealing with lower calories because you're not dealing with added sweeteners. And then we have Mitchell Merle, rhymes with pearl, of Dulce Vita tequila, and we were looking at the Blanco. And then there's the real lime. The one we sampled, which we had 2 samples. We had the silver, or the Blanco, and the pineapple jalapeno, which is fantastic. And then there's one with real grapefruit, which is like a red color.
yeah. The grapefruit's amazing too.
And you also have an American bourbon, right?
Yeah, it's called
And
American born.
one key ingredient is this, which was made in Mexico but now available here, and that's the liqueur, the orange
Naraha orange liqueur
Raha.
from Mexico.
Raha. Drop the end.
That's what I'm getting. I'm buying that one.
Are you really, Tim?
I love that stuff. Yeah, well, it's great. It's great to mix, particularly in margaritas. It's fantastic.
Carrie, do you see Tim's flag? It's like we're in history class. The flags, right? We should always. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the
I am
United
so
States of
upset. Kara's
America.
been on twice with
I know.
these great
I don't think
segments,
you
and I'm
exist. I
stuck
think
down here
you're
in
just
Philly.
like I don't think you exist
Computer
anymore.
generated.
I think you're computer generated. now.
I know.
No, Tim will be here. And hey, thank you
Artificial
guys. This is
intelligence.
fantastic.
Oh, no, thank you.
Everything tasted amazing. So, folks, check out Nectar Girl. Check out Litchfield Distillery. Check out Dulce Vita has a wonderful line of these amazing tequilas. Organic,
100%.
100% organic. And the guarantee you they taste 100% fantastic.